So this story is just too hilarious to pass up. Starbucks is now selling what they claim is nitrogen infused coffee. They call it nitro cold brew. And apparently this is selling out everywhere because Starbucks customers are scientifically illiterate morons who don't realize that 78% of the air you breathe is nitrogen. So when Starbucks says, "Oh yeah, we're infusing our coffee with nitrogen," they're just blowing air bubbles through it. You can do the same thing with a straw. In fact, you can be nitrogen infused by inhaling. That's all it takes. It's insane. I've even recorded a video on this as part of a new series called Politically Incorrect Science. I think those episodes will be at healthrangerscience.com, but definitely will be on Brighteon.com as well. But it's just stunning to me. I mean, these are the people, the Starbucks people, these are the ones who claim they understand global warming and atmospheric science and carbon dioxide and climate change, and they're very, very concerned. And they say CO2 is a poison, and they're out there buying nitrogen-infused coffee. And Starbucks, this is a hoax. I mean, the FTC should investigate. This is total quackery on the part of Starbucks, claiming that nitrogen, which is an inert molecule, by the way, we use it in the lab because it's inert. They're claiming it makes their coffee taste better and gives it a better texture. These are marketing lies from Starbucks. They are hoaxing their own customers who are too stupid to know that nitrogen is everywhere. You can get nitrogen for free by breathing. But, I mean, what should we expect? Anyway, I mean, this is the same company that opened up its restrooms to, drug users and needle sharers who deposit feces and blood and needles all over their public restrooms, to the point where Starbucks had to install a needle disposal receptacle just because of all the HIV-infected needles all over their restrooms. That's Starbucks for you. I mean, that's the crowd they cater to, I guess. It's insane. But if you think nitrogen turns your coffee into some amazing beverage, I'm sorry, you're an idiot. All coffee that is subjected to just regular old air could be called nitrogen infused. Now, if Starbucks wanted to do something actually useful to their coffee, they could make it hydrogen infused. Hydrogen actually has some medicinal value, but it dissipates very quickly because the molecule is so small, obviously, very tiny, like the smallest of molecules. And so hydrogen, goes away quickly. But if you consume extra hydrogen in, like hydrogen-infused water or potentially hydrogen-infused coffee, that can actually be beneficial. There's science to back that. There's no science on nitrogen-infused coffee because nitrogen is an inert molecule. We actually have so-called nitrogen generators in my lab. We generate nitrogen. Well, we say we generate it. Obviously, we don't actually generate it. What we do is we harvest it from the air. In fact, it's a joke in the lab. We say to each other sometimes, like, "Gosh, I hope we don't run out of nitrogen today. We need that for the triple quad mass spec to run our glyphosate tests." Yeah. Hope we don't run out of that nitrogen, even though it's 78% of the atmosphere, and this room is filled with nitrogen, and your body has nitrogen all throughout because you're breathing it in. It's part of your blood. It's part of your tissues. But apparently Starbucks customers think it's some kind of special magical element. I mean, it's so insane. What are they going to come up with next? Oxygen-infused muffins. Well, gosh, did you know that all the muffins have oxygen in them because oxygen is part of a huge number of molecules that are found in food? In fact, most molecules are made of just carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Even most of the organic molecules, in your body are made from just those three elements. And sometimes they have other elements in there. Sometimes they'll be, potassium or a nitrogen or maybe a calcium or something else. But the big three are hydrogen, oxygen, and carbon. That's why you're called a carbon-based life form. And that's why carbon dioxide is so important for life on Earth. Carbon dioxide is what keeps plants alive. And yet, I guess if you're a Starbucks customer, you think carbon dioxide is bad, even though it's the greening molecule for life on Earth. And you think nitrogen is some kind of rare element. Oh my God, nitrogen infused coffee. Let's taste that. Oh my God, that tastes awesome. Even though nitrogen has no taste, no smell, it is completely inert. You can't taste nitrogen because it doesn't interact with your taste buds. It's basic science. You can't smell nitrogen. That's why when you breathe in air, if it's just pure clean air, it doesn't smell like anything because it's 4/5 nitrogen. These Starbucks customers, they're just so scientifically illiterate. I bet you could sell them like climate change coffee that, let's say, it sequesters carbon. Yes, it's carbon-based climate change coffee. You could actually have Starbucks climate change coffee, and you could tell people, yeah, it sequesters extra carbon. There's carbon in the coffee. And people would buy that shit because they're so effing stupid. They're dumb as dirt. Have you had your climate change coffee today? Save the planet, drink some carbon. You want to find carbon? Rifle through your poop with a pair of chopsticks. There's plenty of carbon there. I mean, these people are just insane. I don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, how does society function when the entire left wing of the political spectrum are now comprised of absolute morons, scientifically illiterate morons? And so they're selling these idiotic things to each other, but they're complaining about the things that we sell, which are real. Like, oh, how dare you sell vitamin C? Vitamin C, just such a huckster, such a quack, vitamin C. Vitamin C is essential for human health. Vitamin C is crucial. Without it, you eventually die, by the way. But you don't need nitrogen in your coffee. That's a scam. And Starbucks is running a scam, a marketing scam. I mean, where do they come up with this stuff? Do they just sit around like, what can we sell people? It doesn't even cost anything, but they're going to think it's really valuable. How about we just take air and we blow it through the coffee and we have like air coffee? And then some other person, no, let's call it nitrogen infused coffee. And we'll claim it makes it taste better. Oh yeah, that's brilliant. And so they make a marketing campaign and the customers buy into it because they're effing dumb as crap. They're the stupidest people. It's like, did you even go to high school? Do you remember that there's a table of elements? Do you have any idea what air is made out of? Any clue whatsoever? No. They're almost too stupid to tie their own shoes or wipe their own butts. Sometimes I wonder how these people remember to even breathe. They're so stupid. They're lobotomized, they're brain dead, they have the intelligence beneath most dogs. Like, I had birds one time, the dumbest birds in the world. They're called guineas. Now, chickens are not that bright, but chickens are geniuses compared to guineas. Guineas will fly over a fence and get stuck on the side that they just landed on. They can't figure out how to get back. They are the dumbest animals with feathers on the planet. And guineas are smarter than Starbucks customers. Because guineas, they get their nitrogen for free by just breathing it. It's amazing. In any case, you want to stay informed, check out healthrangerscience.com or listen to my podcasts at healthrangerreport.com. And if you go to Starbucks, ask them for extra nitrogen and see what they do. It's hilarious. Thanks for listening.
Learn more at healthrangerreport.com.
Thank you for watching. If you want to support our mission, visit us at healthrangerstore.com for the world's largest selection of lab-verified superfood and nutritional products for healthy living. It's at healthrangerstore.com.